Welcome to the live. Welcome. I'm really delighted that you are joining me this afternoon. It is afternoon in Ghana. It is 2:55 in Ghana. So welcome. What's the time at your area? What's the time at your area? Let me know what the time is at your area. I'm actually taking a walk and I wanted to share some things with you. So I'm actually walking along a farm area, so you would most likely hear me say Ayiko, Ayiko, Ayiko to the people that I would be meeting on the way. And don't be astonished, don't be shocked, because the Ayiko means well done, Ayiko, well done. So I say Ayiko to any farmer I meet, and they will respond, yeah, meaning I respond. Thanks for the acknowledgement. So anytime you hear me say Aiko to somebody, it simply means well done. Well done. You've worked so hard. Well done. So welcome to my channel again. This is Amado Maberitia. Today I just chose to share with you some nuggets that hasn't been shared so long. I'm not so well today, so today I've been home. And because of that, a friend of mine was asking me a question online. That is what has prompted me this video, okay? So this friend was talking about her business. She's actually a CEO. And because of the lives I've been doing and the things I've been talking about business, this friend chanced upon one of my videos and chose to ask me a thing or two about business. Because according to her, it's been 7 or 8 years since we last spoke. And she now thinks that I can give her an advice. So she called and she was asking, Ama, since when did you start doing these videos? I really need these videos, okay? So look at this very keenly. What is this? Look at it very well. I want you to look at it with keen attention. What plant is this? How do you call it in your language? It's actually a fruit, okay? Very bitter, or let me say sour. What is it? In Ghana, we call it alasma. We call it alasma in tree. I don't know how you call it, but I'm coming to speak about this and many more others. So she said, Ama, I have invested a lot of money. As you know, I am from the United Kingdom. I'm actually based there and I've invested in a lot of things in the country, Ghana. But I'm not getting the sales I wanted. So, Ama, why do you think I'm not getting the sales? Because if you look at Gary in Ghana, Gary is not really branded. But every time they sell out. If you look at clay is one hell of a product that everyone should look at with keen attention. I don't know if you eat clay or you know what clay is, but in Ghana, we call something ayelo or clay. This thing is actually clay, real clay. It is white, yes, or ash. It's normally not with any packaging. Clay doesn't have any packaging whatsoever. But trust me, clay sells out every time. The people who sell clay sell it off every time because sometimes people want it and the clay is finished. So she was giving me these examples. And I said, okay. So since you want to know, let me tell you. Business is not about branding. Let me say it once again. I know you would you would doubt, you would tell me otherwise, you would want to prove to me that branding is important. I am a business coach and I'm also a business lady. I know how effective branding is to business, but I'm telling you that business is not about branding. Business core principle is not branding. If you want your business to flourish, it's not about wearing coat and tie. It's not about putting the product in the best sachet. It's about asking the relevant question that who needs what I am selling? Whether it's a service, whether it's a product, who needs it? That is all you need in business. Branding would definitely come in. But first of all, for anything to be business, it has to be selling out. It has to be selling out. And if you want your business to sell out, the ultimate question to ask is who needs this product? I am giving out a product, I'm giving out a service. Who needs it? There are people in your neighborhood, there are people in your community. Sometimes you even want to sell online. Online business is a real deal. People are cashing out on online businesses. Tough time. So maybe you want to sell online. Maybe you want to sell offline. You have a shop. But I tell you, you can sell times 10 of what you sell if you put it online. Okay? So you might be selling online or offline. The first question to ask yourself is not packaging. It's not branding. It's not pricing. It's not anything. Who needs what I'm selling? If you are selling something, if you are giving a product, if you are giving a service and no one needs it, you are in bad business. You are in great bad business and you ain't going nowhere, nigga. You are going nowhere. Let me say it again. If you are in business and the business that you are in, no one around you or on your channel needs it, you are in bad business. So the first thing you need as a business owner, as someone who is getting into business 2025, is who needs this that I'm providing. Immediately you realize that what you want to sell is a need for the community or the society. Please do like the video. Like the video and please subscribe to the channel for me. If you realize that this thing that I'm giving out is something people want, you are halfway gone. You are halfway gone. So what are you selling? And how relevant is it to the market around you? So let me continue with my friend's story. This friend of mine is selling a luxurious branded bag, okay? And this bag is worth millions of dollars. She has invested a lot. So coming from UK and investing a lot in a bag, she expects people to buy it with so much money. Guess where she's staying? She's staying at Kaswa. That's where the shop is. And she projects it on social media. How different is the bag? Okay, the bag is a normal leather bag, just that this time around it has a little African touch to it. So let's analyze it. I analyzed it with her, but I told her that I want to use her story as a case study for my audience right now, so that we'll be able to learn a lot of things from it. So let's analyze what this friend of mine is saying. She is currently in UK. Her job or her work is at Kaswa. She comes every once or twice in a year to inspect how things are going. How different is the bag from the other bags that are imported? The imported bags are also normal bags, but hers has a touch of African print. Please do subscribe to the channel. Welcome to my channel. Please support a sister. Welcome. And please like the video if you like the product or the service I'm rendering. So this friend of mine chose to sell the bags at $80. In Ghana, $80, you have to check it and tell me. Please, anyone watching, you can check it and tell me right now. Because it's a live, I'm not able to go and check the vivid amount, but check it for me. $80 in Ghana cedis. $80 in Ghana cedis. Check it for me, because I know $100 is like 1,600 or 1,700. So $80 would be maybe more than 1,000 Ghana cedis. And this bag she's selling is a handbag. Okay, my friend is selling a handbag at $80 in Ghana. And she's wondering why she's not making the sales she expected to make. And immediately I saw the things that went wrong with what she is expecting and what she is getting. First of all, there are thrift businesses in Ghana. There are people who sell second-hand bags, and they can go as low as $3. I tell you, they can go as low as $3, 50 cedis, 60 cedis, 100 Ghana cedis, 150 cedis. And this friend of mine is buying or selling the bag brand $80. It is reasonable for some people. But where exactly are these people? And locating those people? Because sometimes it's where you are that determines the market you get. People in Kasoa are not poor people, but most of the people in Kasoa would want things that are cheaper, things that are moderate, okay? Things that are cheaper or moderate in price. So imagine selling a handbag at $3 and selling a bag, the same handbag or a different type of handbag, but still a handbag at $80. Which one will you buy? As an economically sound person, since you don't really want it for luxury, you would choose $3 bag over $80 bag. That is what happened to my friend. So she was complaining. In Ghana, if you are selling gari, it will go. If gari is sold, people buy it even without branding. I have taken my time to brand my bag very well. The bag is so luxurious and the leather is the best and everything, but Ghanaians are not investing in my bag. They are not selling. They are not buying my bag. Alma, what do you think the problem is? The problem is you don't know where you are and what to sell. Selling a bag is a very laudable thing. Don't get me wrong. But at this moment, since you are situated in a place like Kasoa, you are supposed to look for what the people in Kasoa need. Or if you've created an online platform, ask yourself, so many things are going on in Ghana. There were power outages earlier on, and now it is going down. So if you are selling something chargeable lamp, chargeable fan, it could go. Okay, it could go at a point. But if the lights come on totally and there are no power outages, and you are selling chargeable lamps are good. They are effective. They are time reserving. They are timeless. They are everything that a product should be, but it wouldn't go. Why? Because there is no use of it. If there is on earth, we'll go and buy a chargeable fan when they can just plug the normal fan on the wall and it is working. You see? So these are some things that we have to learn about business. If you want to venture into business, ask yourself, is the business that I am venturing into needed? Is it a needed business? Your business or whatever you are venturing into should be needed. If it is needed, even if you are in an anthill, people will come in queues and come and buy it. It's like Ghana, you come and you say you have accurate, authentic way to go to US. People will run and come to you. In fact, your inbox will be flooded because there are a lot of people who are in Ghana who do not have much knowledge about how to make business work in Ghana, that there are people who will run to you and get the visas for themselves. If you are doing a program or an online course that is going to explain how to get $1,000, first $1,000 online in a week, people are going to run to you and they are going to use their everything to support the course. Even if you are taking 1,000 Ghana cedis so that you teach how to get $1,000 in a week, people will come. Why? Because the service you are rendering is something that is needed. Most people want double and triple monies. Most people do not want to take time, relax, do bit by bit analysis, know how to go about things and do it slowly and gently and patiently. Everybody is in a rush. So if I am to sell something, I would be using 1 year or 2 years to establish myself. And you come here and tell me that, oh, I can show you, bring me 1,000 Ghana cedis, and I can show you a way that you will make money with 1,000 Ghana cedis. In a week, you would make $1,000. You would be marveled how urgently people would come. People will come from all sectors to be able to get that knowledge, how to get $1,000 in a week. So I'm saying that needed business is what you need. You want to start business, it's a good idea. There is nowhere that business will stand than Ghana. I don't mean where you are, business will not stand, no. But if you are in Ghana, be grateful because there's land, there are a lot of problems, and every problem transcends to solution which will bring money, okay? So if you want a place where you can really be able to make an impact in the business world, Ghana is a good place. I'm speaking to you as an investor or as a youth or someone who wants to delve into business. It is very simple. Get into business. Get into it with both hands and legs because you are not going to regret it. You aren't going to regret it in any way. But what I'm saying is very keen. Needed business is what you want to start. Start what people need. And if you are starting what people need, please do subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel and like the video if you like the content of this video. If you really want to start business, the first thing is to know the people that you want to sell to. What are the needs of the people? What are the needs of the people? In Ghana, we build houses and put burglar proofs at the doors and windows because of maybe we being afraid of burglary or something. So if you are selling burglar proof, which is remote controlled, I'm giving business ideas here. Jot some down. Jot business ideas down. It's going to help you. If you are selling anything remote control, burglar proof, it will sell out. In Ghana, if you are selling things online and you are posting 2-3 times a day, every day people will see you, people will hear about you. In the very few hours or days, you'd realize that you are getting followers who authentically want to join your business. In Ghana, people really want to know the ins and outs of business. They want some ideas of business that will not fail. So if you bring out ideas, if you bring out coaching systems that are going to guide people in the diaspora, people in Ghana, towards making business without failure, you are already a champion. You are already a champion. You have won already. There is no way you are going to fail at this business. Because people need it. People need advice. People need business advice. There is not a very ready market where people are all over the place giving work. You are gone. So, you can chew it till it becomes gum. It is very, very important that you note that it's very sour. It is sour like lemon or lime. But people still buy it. Why do people buy such a sour plant? It is because they want to be healthy, because it has medicinal properties. That is why people would buy it. So even though it is sour, even though it is not comfortable eating it, people would want to put their money into it, buy it, and consume it because it has medicinal properties. So even though you don't have a firm, even though you've not built a place where situationally you are, where you are situated, and you give out helping hand for people who need a particular service, you give that service. Even if you are in an anthill, they would come, give you the money, and take the service. So I'm giving some free business ideas here. The fastest person can catch one of those, or two of those, or three of those, depending on your level of risk taking. Take it along and it will help you. The first thing to sell 2025 that will boost you, that will help you, is online training. If you know something about online money making, if you know these courses, because there are a lot of videos. If you type YouTube, videos of courses that pay, teaching courses, art courses, drawing courses, painting courses, you will see a lot of people making videos of those. You go to these pages and you don't even understand anything the pages are trying to say. So most people are talking about courses and works that pay online, but they don't really work. So if you are here on this channel and you have knowledge of a course or courses that do pay, and you put it in a course form, project it, talk about it, and start teaching at a fee, since it is very true, since people will get money out of it, it's a sellout. I promise you, even if one person gets $50 from a course that you have organized, maybe you give a platform, the person has gone to the platform, has worked and got $50 today. Give yourself 1 week, you will get more than 1,500 people giving you money to show them the way to get that $50 in your platform. So if you have knowledge of any platform that pays to write, pays to do art, pays to do graphic design, pays to chat with people, pays to read messages, pays to play videos, anything, just know it, verify it, and continue. Make sure that you are genuine. People will buy. The next business idea, which doesn't need so much branding, that people would really grab, is teaching about children. Teaching something that children would be able to be indulged in, or having an app, having a software that can engage children. It's also a very lucrative thing to do, because now most parents are very busy, both men and women. Even though they have children, they are very busy going up and down. They wouldn't want to introduce children into things that are quite dangerous online. They would want a particular teacher who will teach the children well, with all the good juices in learning, that their children will be well groomed and everything, even without their assistance. So if you have the expertise to teach children, whether it is song, whether it is courses, whether it is etiquette, and you put it out there, you can use your YouTube. Now YouTube pays a lot of money, okay? Don't be fooled. YouTube pays a lot of money. And if you have not even got to 1,000 subscribers, just keep putting your videos there that is teaching children how to learn, how to do certain things. Create a course. Tell the people who are watching that, yeah, I have a course that will help your children to love math. No, math is something that people do not like much. So I'm sharing nuggets too. I'm sharing business ideas. Just let people know that, oh, you are teaching math. You are teaching math to children for them to love it. Parents will register. They would pay you. They don't know. They've not met you, but they will pay you because they need this knowledge for the children. So if you work for children, if you work to improve the mindset or the skills of children, you are going to be well paid. I'm sharing nuggets, so please, if you really appreciate this, the only thing you can do is to like the video. Like the video so that other people can see it. Maybe you do not know, but if you like a video, the video is actually introduced to a lot of people for other people to see that this is what is going on, and a lot of people want it, so you should also as well watch it. Okay, so yeah, another thing you can do is farming. Okay, farming is also very lucrative in Ghana or elsewhere. But anytime you want to get into farming, whether it is animal farming, plant farming, fish farming, make sure that you do your adequate research. Make sure you do your adequate research. Don't just say that there is a new thing coming and everybody is making money, so you're going to buy it. Like a friend who actually said, oh, there's a lot of money in snail business, so I'm going to invest in snail business. I said, okay. In the next month, this friend of mine came and said, oh, all my snails have died. All my snails have been killed. In fact, this is a work of the devil. I said, no. Come. Tell me what happened. Upon listening to my friend, I realized he didn't learn a hoot about the business. For all I knew, I thought that he had got all there is to get before starting the business, because you can't just start a business without knowing anything about it. So I told him, how did you do the business? He said, oh, the snail, I got a box and put the snails in it. The snails sellers told me that I have to put it in a box, so I put it in a box. And I have to put green leaves on it. I put green leaves on it, and it had to grow, it had to flourish, and it didn't grow and it didn't flourish. And ants had eaten all my snail. I said, no, pause. There is a way of doing things. There is a procedure to everything. If you do not know, you will fail at it. Snail business is one business that if you are careful, if you have the knowledge, you would never fail. I do not know someone who has a requisite knowledge. I'm giving you another nugget too. Someone who has requisite knowledge in snail business and has failed. I've not seen someone like that. So I started telling him, you needed to get a box, not a box which is paper box, a wooden box. A wooden box. And the wooden box shouldn't be on the ground. It should be elevated a bit. So that's one thing you went wrong with it. He put it on the ground. You have to put some nets on top to cover it from pests and insects. Did you? He said no. I said yes. So if you get that box, which looks like a coffin size, you just divide it into two, because you would need to keep the eggs different from the snails. Get loamy soil into the box. The loamy soil shouldn't be very dry. It shouldn't be very warm. It shouldn't also be too muddy. So what you would have to do is to just make sure that the first soil you are going to use for the snail farm, you dry it in the sun to make sure there is no ants, there are no termites, there are no red ants in the sand, because ants kill snails. If you are a snail farmer, you should know that ants are killers of snails. They will bite the snail will be afraid to come out to come and eat, and that will cause the snail to die. So I told him, after that, water it a bit, let it be lukewarm. You shouldn't water the soil for it to be very, very, very wet, and it shouldn't be very, very dry too. Afterwards, put it in the coffin-like box with a net covering on it. The net is actually saving any kind of animal from falling into it and eating the snails. If you finish, put your snails in there. Make sure you get leaves that will help feed the snails. Leaves like cassava leaf, plantain leaf, contomere leaf, spinach leaf. All these leaves, they are going to help the animals to grow very big and healthy, and their taste will be very good. If they fertilize and they give birth, then you would have to exclude the eggs from the older snails, so they would go to another side of the box, which doesn't contain any snail at all. It's only the eggs. Now, hatching snail eggs is also another thing, because hatching snail eggs, you do not need to use your hand. You don't need to use your hand. If you want your snail eggs to hatch, you must never touch it. You have to wear a glove to hand pick it from one point to the other. You can even use a plastic spoon. You should never use any metal around snail eggs or even snails, because it can crack them, it can make them go bad, and your eggs getting spoiled is the same as your snails getting spoiled. After telling him this and giving him more insight, this is just an update I was just trying to. I realized that he was now saying, oh, I needed the knowledge. Amma, I told you that I'm going to do this snail business. You should have told me. I said, no. You said you are going to invest in snail business. I said, okay, go ahead. You didn't tell me you needed knowledge for snail business. So I didn't know that you didn't know. I could have helped. You are my friend. I could have helped you at no cost at all. I didn't know that you didn't know. You should have mentioned that I want to get into snail business, but I want knowledge of it. Ask around. Ask anybody you know. Let them give you the requisite knowledge before you start anything. So snail business is very lucrative. On the other hand, it's very, very lucrative. Snail is the only animal that I know in this world that can give birth, or that can lay eggs with both sexes. So every animal that I know, it is the female part, or the female, which gives or lays egg. But snails, male snails lay egg, women snails lay egg. So you will never run at a loss if you really, really are into learning about snails. So that's also another source of income. Thrift business is also very, very important. What we call faux or second-hand clothing in Ghana is also a very lucrative business. It's very, very lucrative. So that one, That one also depends on the area you are and what people need. So if you don't know, there's thrift for bags, thrift for shoes, thrift for clothes, thrifts for caps, thrifts for leggings, thrifts for anything that there is a second hand of it. So if you want to get into second hand clothing business, it's also very, very lucrative. You just have to know people. You just have to be bold and introduce yourself to people. Tell people what you have. Show people what you have, and they would buy. It's also very lucrative. Another very lucrative thing is soap making business. People haven't talked about much, but it is a gold mine. Soap making business. So I always keep telling you that you should know where you are. Where you are. You should know where you are and the people, what they need. So soap making business is very lucrative, but the people around you, is that what they need? Which kind of soap is it? Is it alata semina, cocoa pod soap, or cocoa butter soap, or shea butter soap, or amine soap, or bell soap for washing, or antiseptic soap, or anything medicinal? That is what you should find out. Then if you get what you want, do it with all accuracy, do it with all precision, do it with all braveness, and you would realize that you are making a lot of money. So yeah, these are all things that if you put yourself to work, if you ask the relevant questions, you get the relevant answers. There are some things that are in Ghana that do not need adverts. They do not need branding. They do not. They do not. Pregnant women, some pregnant women in Ghana who are lacking iron, like to eat something like clay. Because of that, people have also created clay. This clay can be in big containers. They take it with their hands, whether it is clean, whether it is not clean. Since the person wants the clay, they buy it anyway. People want to buy gari. The gari they want to buy is made of cassava, call it cassava flakes or something. Whether it is dried, whether it is not dried, if someone wants it, they would get it. They would. So just know that needed business is what is business. You might be doing something, it might be going small, but trust me, it is not business because it is not needed. What you might be doing might be going on small. You might be discouraged and say that you want to go and look for work to do instead of starting your own business because you have started your own business and it didn't work out well. Because what you are doing is not needed business. It isn't. Needed business is sitting down, seeing that what do people want. And you most likely, if you get out to do business, if you get out to sell, it is amazing that most of the things that you want to know, what the people want, the people themselves will tell you. Imagine going to sell boiled egg with pepper by the roadside. That was also a very lucrative business here though. Imagine going to sell boiled egg and pepper. You go, you sell pepper and boiled egg. You sell 1, you sell 2, you sell 3. Then someone will ask you, this boiled egg and pepper, if you added rice to it, we here are carpenters. We wouldn't want to just eat egg. Why not add rice to it so that we'll eat rice, pepper, and boiled egg? You might brush it away, but it's a business opportunity right there. Just listening up, you would get someone also suggesting something to you. that I think you should do this and do this and do this. Why don't you do this and do this? Listen out to the people. The people in your environment are actually the people who are giving you the ideas. Those people are not to be taken for granted at all, because they are in your lane. They know what they are talking about. They know what they want. You want to give them a service. They actually have what it takes to buy from you. They are actually investing in your business. So you shouldn't undermine what they think. You should never undermine what they think. You should always think of them as your co-partners in business. You should always watch out for what they would recommend. Maybe you are selling pure water. It is selling out. What you call sachet water. It is selling out everyone. Yeah, so I would want to end here by saying that business is how you make it. Expect the worst coming every time. Because when things are flourishing, that is when other people would see that things are flourishing. They will come with your documentations you've not done, anything you've not said, anything you've not done. So be ready for that. But if you stand still, if you are resilient, you would be able to stand out and you make the best out of yourself. And your children will be proud that you ever lived. Thanks for this. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for following. We'll meet another time. Until then, take care of yourself.